Hey, what up, douchefags? This is Taylor, and I am going to be answering your questions and addressing your topics. So if you want to get involved, check the link below. If you don't want to get involved, then go fuck yourself, you asshole! No, I'm just kidding. That was the evil Taylor who just peeked out for a second. But he's gone now. He only comes out every once in a while. Only when you guys don't like and favorite videos, or if I see someone with ear gauges, then he comes out again. But that's about it. Those are two select things. So anywho, let me get on to this. First person is Clayt67. How about old people? I am scared of them, and I would like to hear your opinion. Your videos kick copious amounts of ass. Well, thank you, Clayton. Copious amounts of ass. That's a lot of ass to kick, and I'm glad that I can be there to kick it for you. How about old people? If you want to know how they got there, they didn't die prior to achieving that age, so that's how old people got there. And as far as you being scared of them, that's pretty strange. I guess I would be afraid of an old person, like any character that could somehow be made real that Anthony Hopkins plays in a movie because he's a scary mofo, like creepy. So and maybe if like an old redneck were like looking at me and like, oh, you hippie liberal, I'm gonna get my shotgun and blow your head off. Like, that's pretty scary too. But for the most part, old people are just weaker versions of us who have seen a lot more of life. I could kick the shit out of most old people just because they're old. I got that advantage. But they also have the advantage of if it were like in public and I was just beating the poop out of some 69-year-old man. 69, of course I picked that as my random number. If I'm just beating the poop out of this old man who's withered up, people are going to be like, hey, stop that young man and beat the shit out of him in mob style because, it's not acceptable. So you shouldn't be scared of them unless your approach to old people is that you want to initiate a conflict with them in public and then be beaten on by a mob, which even then it's not the mob, or it's the mob you're afraid of, not the old man, Do you see what I'm saying? Does this answer your question, sir? I hope so. All right. But as far as how I feel about old people, I think that they have a disproportional number of complete morons who live in a world that has no bearing to reality. Like, they just have no idea what's going on because they don't know how to use the internet. Like, they don't know how to figure that shit out. And so they're just completely are so distant from what is real that their just entire perception of reality is just a big ball of Fox News propaganda, which is sad. Next person, Jetpack Jesus. If you could have sex with one woman for the rest of your life, who would it be? Jetpack Jesus. I mean, come on, man. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you would know that this answer is and always will be Scarlett Johansson. I'm disappointed, but I'm not mad. That's what I'm going to say, okay? I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. Titus Sean. If a European prostitute wanted to perform fellatio on you, what would you say if it was a guy? I mean, what? What? I don't get why him being a prostitute makes a difference. Like, if any male on earth walked up to me and was like, I would like to blow you, I would say, no, thank you. Thank you very much for offering. That's very kind. And it probably took a lot of courage to come over here and say that, but I'm going to go ahead and pass. Maybe one of my friends will accept that offer a little bit more eagerly. My friends wouldn't, not because I don't have any gay friends, but I guess I don't have any gay friends, really, but, I would just say that almost like you want to turn people down sometimes, but you just kind of throw a vague allusion to some sort of potential for them later, just to make them feel better. But, yeah, I would say no. Definitely no to that. Swaglord69. Fantastic internet name, by the way. Swaglord. What do you think about those retarded teen mom shows on TV? Or on MTV, rather. I'm sorry. Well, I don't know if I don't really watch MTV, and by don't really watch, I mean do not watch at all. So I don't know if you're talking about teen moms who have retarded kids or retarded moms who have kids before they're economically, emotionally, or any other responsible enough to handle the scenario. So I'm going to assume it's the one where they don't have retarded kids and they just are retarded themselves. So basically, it's just reminiscent of a culture that we live in now where we put dumb people and we put stupidity on a pedestal and we watch it for our own amusement and just watch how dumb they are. But it's gotten to the point where it's not just us laughing at dumb people. It's us aspiring to almost be dumb so that we could be the famous people. Now, if I became a famous physicist somehow, I'm definitely not smart enough to be a famous physicist, but if I became a famous physicist and broke some crazy new boundary in the field, I would probably not be famous. And by probably not be famous, I mean I would definitely not be a household name. I just wouldn't, But if I got really, really jacked and fake tanned and got really bad hair and then slicked it over and then talked with a fake accent and then went to the Jersey Shore house and then beat the shit out of Snooki, every single person would know my name on the planet, or at least in the United States. Everyone would know my name overnight. Or I wouldn't even have to do that. I would just have to go over to that house and then say a bunch of racial slurs or something, and people would see me and be like, "Oh my God, everybody, look at how uneducated and stupid and just tactless this moron is. Let's all laugh about it," and I would be famous overnight. And so we've pretty much made our culture where instead of lauding intelligence and tact and people who want to research and learn and educate others, we laud people who eat spiders on TV or some stupid shit like that, like just dumb stuff. And eating stuff like that, that's pretty cool. Those are cool videos, like what Shoe Nice and Food for Louie do. But that's not so much lauding stupidity. I guess some of Shoe Nice's videos are, just because it's dangerous stuff that he's eating. But it's not about them. We're talking about retarded teen moms, as Mr. Swaglord69 is saying. So my opinion on those shows is that they should be taken off the air, honestly. Like, I'm all in favor of free speech, but if we're just talking about my personal preference, I don't think that sort of garbage should be spoon-fed to our youth. That watching an episode of Jersey Shore or of Teen and Pregnant or 16 and Pregnant, whatever the hell it's called, that is so much more offensive to me than the most grotesque, horrible, necrophile bestiality videos out there, just the most horrible shit you can delve from the pits of the internet. Like that, those shows are more offensive to me than that, because I'm pretty sure any sort of necrophilia would probably make me at least vomit in my mouth, and I'd try and control it. But that's just disgusting on a visceral level. Like, this is disgusting on the kind of level it's like people and kids especially are watching these teen moms do stupid things, and what if they get pregnant? Are they going to be responsible and go take care of it by getting an abortion or Plan B or something, or making sure the child has an adopted family to take care of? Because we have so many kids in our foster care system, it's not realistic to say, I'm just going to put them up for adoption and make sure they get in a good home, because that's not how it works. Or are they going to say, maybe I should stay pregnant, contact MTV, and then they'll get back to me in 5 months when I have a big belly, and then they can come in with a bunch of cameras and I'll be famous for being a 15-year-old girl who got pregnant irresponsibly, and my parents have to sit there and deal with that show, and while I just soak up all the attention. Like, it's a sad reality we live in, where that's kind of the norm. Or I guess not the norm, it's still not the norm, but it's pretty shitty. Woplaz, your first car. My first car was a Honda Accord. I think it was like a 2000, or no, it was a 1999 Honda Accord. That's what my first car was. It was silver, and then I got rid of that after a little while, and I got a 2004 Jeep Grand Cherokee, and then got rid of that about a year ago, and now I have a Chrysler 300C, and I enjoy it very much. CTF forever. Would you rather only play AAA games but be mediocre, or only play casual games but be world class? I don't know what AAA means. Like, are we talking about a sport? Are we talking about video game? I have no idea. But if it's a video game, no matter what video game it is, I'd rather just play casually, because I'm not a big enough gamer to give a shit about going pro in anything. That's why I do Nazi Zombies, is because it's easy. I can get a lot of gameplay. I think it's entertaining to watch, and it doesn't take that much effort, honestly. It's not that difficult. Once you figure it out, you can kind of just go on your own, pace and just die when you want to die, unless, of course, you do something stupid, which I tend to do, especially during live commentaries. All right. Tanner Harvick. Talk about your opinions on the Illuminati. I don't know anything about them. To me, it just sounds like some retarded, just idiotic conspiracy theory that people just put way too much weight into. I guess, is the Illuminati synonymous with the Freemasons? Like, I really don't know. Like, I know that the Freemasons exist, but I don't think they have an ironclad grip on the throat of humanity and are controlling the world at every juncture. And if it were, it wouldn't be some group of people down in a fucking cave praying to Satan, doing whatever they do. It would just be a bunch of rich businessmen talking about how they're going to manipulate the economy for their own benefit. That's what it would be. The people who rule the world aren't evil, crazy religious folk. I guess in some countries they are, but for the most part, it's just the richest people. So I don't know what to think about it. And that's all I got to say for now. I'm going to address some more of these in the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please leave me a rating. That would be tits. And if not, go ahead and yell at me and tell me how much of an inept idiot I am. And I would appreciate that as well, because it's great to get a little bit of pepper and spice in the videos. And I love you.